So I have to admit, I've never seen an episode of The White Lotus. I've never seen, or I didn't see this sketch from Saturday Night Live. All I watched this past weekend was the cold open and the weekend update. But star from The White Lotus, Amy Lou Wood, has slammed SNL for its mean and unfunny parody of The White Lotus they did this past weekend. From the Robot Editor, actress Amy Lou Wood, known for her role as Chelsea in HBO's The White Lotus, has publicly criticized a recent Saturday Night Live sketch that parodied the character. The sketch, titled The White POTUS, aired on last weekend, featured SNL cast member Sarah Sherman portraying a character of Wood's character with exaggerated prosthetic teeth and a mock Manchurian. Mock Manchurian accent. Woods expressed her disapproval on Instagram, describing the sketch as mean and unfunny. She questioned the necessity of targeting her appearance, stating, "Yes, I take the piss for sure, but that's what the show is about. And there must be a cleverer, more nuanced, less cheap way." That's the quote that the Robot Editor pulled, so apologies for that if I messed that one up. The actress also highlighted that she was the only non-political figure parody in the sketch, which primarily satirized political personalities such as Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Would notice that the focus on her appearance, particularly her teeth, distracted from discussions about the work and her work, saying, "The whole conversation is just about my teeth, and it makes me a bit sad because I'm not getting to talk about my work." Following the comments, Woods received an apology from SNL, though specific details about the apologies were not disclosed, sparking broader conversations about boundaries in satire and scrutiny of physical appearances, especially concerning female actors. So, like I said, I did not see that sketch. I do not watch the White Lotus, so I don't know what it's about. I know people are all in love with it and people just jonesing for the show. I also never watched an episode of Game of Thrones and could care less about that show as well. But if you're gonna do the parodies, do the satire, and make fun of people, you got to be careful of who and how you're making fun of folks, because there are ways to go overboard. And apparently, if you're not a public figure, as in a politician, at some point in time, it gets to the point where it's just straight out mean. And this is one where it turned out it was probably straight out mean.